Dark, ominous clouds gathered above the ancient city. A storm brewed, lightning flashed, illuminating crumbling ruins. The wind howled, carrying a chilling message. An old sage, his eyes filled with urgency, spoke. His voice, a low rasp, echoed through the ages. The prophecy, it must not be forgotten, the chosen one. He will find the key. The scene faded. Silence descended. Only the echoes of the prophecy remained, a warning, lost to time but destined to resurface. The fate of the world hung in the balance, and the clock, it had begun to tick. Arjun flipped through the yellowed pages of the ancient manuscript. He sat alone in his cluttered apartment, the city lights painting stripes across his weary face. A journalist by profession, he was a seeker of truth, a man drawn to the mysteries of the past. The manuscript, a recent acquisition from a dubious antiquarian, promised a tale more captivating than any he'd ever encountered. It spoke of an ancient prophecy, long forgotten, a prophecy foretelling a cataclysmic event that would reshape the world. At its heart lay a powerful artifact, a key to unimaginable power. Arjun, initially skeptical, felt a growing unease. The manuscript was more than just an old text. It felt alive, pulsing with an energy that sent shivers down his spine. Sleep offered no escape. Arjun found himself plagued by vivid dreams, each more disturbing than the last. He saw flashes of a fiery apocalypse, cities crumbling, oceans swallowing the land. A sense of dread washed over him. These weren't mere nightmares, they were visions, fragments of a terrifying truth. Then came the whispers. Faint at first, barely audible, they grew stronger, more insistent. They spoke of the prophecy, urging him to act, to find the artifact before it was too late. Arjun tried to ignore them, to rationalize the visions and whispers as stress-induced hallucinations. But deep down, he knew the truth. The prophecy was real, and he was somehow entangled in its web. Guided by a cryptic verse from the manuscript, Arjun embarked on a perilous journey to the Himalayas. The air grew thin, the landscape unforgiving as he climbed higher, seeking the one person who could shed light on the prophecy's meaning. He found him in a secluded monastery, perched precariously on a windswept cliff. Sage Vyasa, a wizened old man with eyes that held centuries of wisdom, confirmed Arjun's fears. The prophecy was real, and its fulfillment spelled disaster for humanity. The artifact, he explained, possessed the power to either save or destroy the world, depending on who wielded it. Arjun, chosen by fate, was the only one who could stop the impending catastrophe. Section 5, Shadows, Stir. Arjun wasn't alone in his quest. A powerful and shadowy organization, known only as the Shadow Order, was also searching for the artifact. Led by the ruthless Damien Rao, a man driven by a lust for power, they sought to control the artifact, to bend the world to their will. Their agents were everywhere, always watching, always one step ahead. Arjun soon found himself caught in a deadly game of cat and mouse. He was forced to navigate treacherous landscapes, decipher ancient riddles, and evade Rao's relentless pursuit. The stakes were higher than ever, for he wasn't just fighting for his own survival but for the fate of humanity. Section 6. A Desperate Chase. The hunt for the artifact became a desperate race against time, leading Arjun across the globe. He followed cryptic clues hidden within the manuscript, each leading him closer to the artifact's hiding place. From the bustling streets of Mumbai to the icy plains of Siberia, he was always one step ahead of Rao's relentless agents. Danger lurked around every corner. Trust became a luxury he couldn't afford. He encountered allies, some unexpected, who aided him in his quest, their fates becoming intertwined with his own. The line between pursuer and pursued blurred as Arjun realized the true extent of the Shadow Order's reach, their influence stretching far and wide. Section 7. The Heart of the Prophecy. The final clue led Arjun to the heart of the Mayan civilization, to a hidden temple buried deep within the jungle. Here, amidst crumbling ruins and ancient traps lay the artifact, a shimmering orb pulsating with an otherworldly energy. But Rao and the Shadow Order were waiting. A final confrontation was inevitable. As Arjun reached for the artifact, Rao struck. A fierce battle ensued, the temple echoing with the clash of ancient weapons and the hum of supernatural energies. Arjun, drawing on a strength he never knew he possessed, fought with the desperation of a man racing against destiny. The fate of the world hung in the balance. Section 8, A Choice for Humanity. Arjun, battered but unbroken, stood before Rao, the artifact, pulsating with raw power, hovered between them. Rao, his eyes burning with ambition, lunged for the artifact. Arjun, his own hand outstretched, knew he couldn't let Rao control such immense power. In that moment, a choice presented itself. Destroy the artifact and save humanity from Rao's tyranny, but lose the chance to prevent the cataclysm. Or secure the artifact, hoping to understand and control its power, but risk falling to the same ambition that consumed Rao. The weight of the world, the fate of billions, rested on his shoulders. He had to choose, and quickly. Section 9. Rebirth. Mysterious light engulfs remote jungle temple. Local witnesses report strange occurrences. The newspaper headline screamed the impossible. The image beneath showed a blinding light emanating from the jungle, the very spot where the temple stood. Arjun was gone, vanished. But somewhere in the shadows, a lone figure emerged. He walked with a purpose, his eyes reflecting a newfound wisdom, or perhaps the burden of a choice made. The world believed Arjun to be lost, a victim of the jungle's mysteries. They didn't know the truth. Arjun was no longer the man he once was. He was reborn, and his journey had just begun.